Hello, Sam. Hi.
Hi?
Welcome to Thailand.
You mean welcome back to
Welcome
Thailand?
back to Thailand. Well, I was just going to ask. Well, my name is B, and I'm from TravelThai Culture.
Okay.
And I'd like to know, how does it feel being back in Thailand again to film Kickboxer Retaliation Part 2?
Oh, I am super happy to be here. It's a little hot as usual, like last year, but I love the culture here, the people here, and everything we've done here. The crews were wonderful. What they have, I mean, we have all the support in the world from everyone around us. Gary, you, Tommy, the producing staff, everybody who make the best possible for us to make this film again. So I'm thrilled, and I mean, I'm speechless to be here.
Sure, because I can see that it's what a cast. You know,
Yes.
the team, it's great. It's got all the world's legends together.
Yeah.
And this year you've got a much bigger role than last year.
Yeah, I my job is to talk a lot of yes. They asked me if I fight, but in this one I fight a little bit with Alan, who plays Kurt. So yeah.
Yes, you mentioned you have a much bigger part. Is that more talking or more fighting?
Actually, ironically, it's more talking. I have amazing scenes with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I have, which is an iconic figure, right? I have scenes with Christopher Lambert from the original Highlander. There can only be one. It's not me. He's my boss, so it's him. And then of course a lot of my scenes are with Alan, who plays Kurt Sloan. And so that's just also amazing because he's so talented as well. So to be able to be in the mix with all this stuff is just out of this world. Like I sometimes I pinch myself. Like yesterday when we did the press conference, like at times I pinch myself because I can't believe we're back here already a year doing part 2 from last year. So
yeah, and going into it, like you knew that all these big names would be in there: Jean-Claude Van Damme, Christopher Lambert, and Tyson. Out of all of those, who did you most want to get punched by?
because with Alan's character and my character, we are always like the stepbrothers who do this. We're on the opposite side of the spectrum. We definitely have respect for one another, but my job is to antagonize him, and his job is to respond in a very heroic way. So we have that dynamic. Like I love working with Jean-Claude. This is my second picture, or third, because I worked with him in 2010 on a film called Dragon Eyes, and then we did the first Kickboxer Vengeance, and now Kickboxer Retaliation. Mike Tyson is amazing, but for me, because of the dynamic between me and Alan, when you watch us interact, there's something there underneath always brewing, because it's almost like we always bickering with each other like children, like we're two brothers. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Alan, most definitely Alan,
Yeah,
and it's safer.
why is that?
I don't think you would know what it feels like to really get punched by Mike Tyson.
No, I don't want to find out.
Me neither. So yes, it's a lot safer. I only have really intellectual conversations with Jean-Claude Van Damme. So we don't do the actual fighting. We fight with our words, psychologically. That's the battle that we have. So, and it's funny because the very first movie that's going to come out in September, we're gonna travel to Los Angeles to premiere end of August. I antagonized Alan so much that he asked to have him beat me up in the movie at least once. So yeah, it was crazy.
So you're antagonizing him in the film, but also Offset.
No. Offset, we train a lot. He's an amazing guy, man. Like his work ethic. I mean, we train in the morning before we go film. Eat really, really well, and we have to take care of our body because we work with our body, and also our mind. And so we have to train a lot to stay in shape, all sort of way. So yeah. So no fighting Offset. I don't think the producer's gonna really enjoy that. I think they only want us to fight, when they yell action so they can have a product to go sell. So, yeah.
Just wondering, what's an average day in Thailand like for you on this trip?
5 a.m. wake up, 6 a.m. at the gym,
Wow.
8:30 breakfast, get picked up by 9, film till about 10 and 12, sometimes till 2 in the morning, get back to the hotel, sleep, and up at 5 a.m.
Wow. So it's full on every day. Are you enjoying every moment?
Of course. I would not do anything else but this. And I think that I appreciate the producers and the director brought me back, the writer. But I believe they can also see that when I am on set, when I'm working, they can tell that I love being there. There's no other place I would rather be. I'm just there because I love the work.
And then in between making films, presumably you're still working just as hard because you have to maintain your shape and your.
Yes, I've lost like 12 pounds being here.
Just from exercising or.
Oh, because I can't really exercise as much.
Yeah.
You know, it's different here to train here than to train in the U.S. a little bit. And so I back home I normally cook and I prep my meal with me. So it's a thank God I only talk and I actually have clothes on this time. So it balances itself out. So yeah.
But you exercise here? Is that sort of all in-house?
I exercise here and I also go to this club called Fitness First. I walk around, 10, 12 blocks, which is my cardio, and walk back, and I train there. So.
And your fight training? Have you ever done any Muay Thai fight training?
Yes, I am trained in Taekwondo, 30-degree black belt. I am in karate, Shorin Ryu, which is the original Japanese karate, and then also Muay Thai, and just maybe like a year of Wushu. So I've trained that, and also we also have me, Alan, Max, who plays Samsak. We also have stage combat training, which is a lot different than actual martial art training. Because everything that you do in real life for martial art training do not register with the camera and as far as on stage combat.
Yeah.
So you have to learn the difference and how to make it work for the camera. So that's another skill set you have to add besides being an actor, being very physical, being a fighter, and also learn to be able to give the director and producers what they want as the final product to go sell. So.
And when you're taking time off, is there anything else around Thailand that you've been able to do during the break?
We haven't had any break, but I don't mind because I like to continue the momentum when we film. We maybe take a break before, or maybe take a break after, but I like to get in the mix and let's just get things done because if you're hitting a momentum, you don't want to have like a 3 to 5 day break and now you have to kind of rework yourself back into what you're going to do. So I don't mind. I enjoy it. Maybe I'll stay an extra week after to maybe hang out. I haven't visited any temple. I visited one Muay Thai facility, which was great. But I like to be in the mix, man, and just doing things, getting done, and get it, finished. That way, producing them, they can have a product. And they can do what they have to do because after we finish, that's another year of them actually doing the work once the film is in the can. So it's a lot more work to be done.
Yeah.
The production team said the sequel to the first movie was like 3 times. The sequel's going to be 3 times as big.
10.
10 times as big.
Yes.
Can you kind of elaborate in terms of how they've upped the tempo with the sequel? In what ways specifically?
I think in every way. Honestly, normally when you do a second or a sophomore, sometimes you have that quote unquote sophomore jinx. But in this one, it's not. The producer went in and they upped the ante, which is really, is a great thing to do. The production design, costume design, the directors, he's hemmed up the whole thing from the beginning to end. The cast, everything, and the producers are, they're giving us the proper tools to make this film bigger than what it is. Believe me, when you see the very first frame of any of the film, you would know the difference in what they're talking about. I mean, I think they're being a little generous by saying 3, because I've been from the beginning when we were in the United States, throughout the whole time, and I traveled here last year. And for me to see what is here this time, I say it's minimum 10.
And just to follow up, the difference between the first and the sequel, obviously you have the big names, Tyson, Ronaldinho.
Right.
Can you give us a little teaser in terms of their role in the sequel?
Well, JCVD, of course, is going to be the mentor to Alan, and he's passing the torch to Alan. Of course, what do you think you're going to get Mike Tyson to teach him to do? What does Mike Tyson do best? Think about that. Box, that's what he does. He's an animal. He's a beast in the ring. So I believe that just without saying or giving away plots, you know Mike Tyson's going to teach him how to bring that inner beast out.
Would, similarly to The Hangover, does he add an element of comedy perhaps?
A little bit, but I'll be honest with you. I was on set yesterday, and I got a glimpse of Mike Tyson doing his thing. This is his best work yet. This is his best work yet because I believe that the director and the producers allowed him to be him and I'm not knocking anyone else what they've done with Mike Tyson. I think he's done a great job, with Donnie Yen, Man 3, and things like that. But I believe that what they did this time, they created a space where Mike Tyson can work with what Mike Tyson knows best. So it's not like, okay, it's almost like you getting me to play rom-com like Channing Tatum. It's not gonna work. If you're gonna get Channing Tatum to play a Chinese mafia, an Asian mafia boss, that's not gonna work if he plays what I play. So if you're given the tool to play best of what you can play, then you're gonna be the best at what you can do. So, yeah, that's what you have. And of course, you have Hafthor. 440 pounds. Think about it. And I had to hold him back. He's 440, Alan's 200. It was a force of 640 pounds. All they did was lean on me. I think if they would have pressed, I would have let him go. It wouldn't have 3 rounds of a fight. But in terms of what they did were very, very smart of casting each person for a specific role of what do they do to enhance Alan's character, to help him with his journey along the way as the protagonist, and how does he deal with Hafthor, who plays Mongoot, which Mongoot's work for me and Christopher Lambert, of course, my boss. That I do all the dirty work for them too. Not only do I announce the fights, but I do all the dirty work like the first time, so.
You mentioned that on-screen fighting is so different to real fighting, and you've transitioned from your background in karate and wushu to fighting on screen. Have you seen sort of Mike Tyson go through a similar progression where he's coming from a background of real fighting of being the best ever as what he did into on-screen fighting, which is different?
It's a little bit different. You just have to open up a little bit more and kind of know where the camera is at. You have to be just more camera aware, and instead of just actually fighting and wanting to hurt your opponent in the ring. So I think it's just learning the technical aspect of it, and to adjust. And he does very well. I mean, he listened very well to the director to give him the best notes, and he adjusts as they need him. So I think he's been doing fine. I think in terms of acting-wise, in terms of his dialogue that he has in this one, it was really given to him freedom as far as what is the appropriate thing for him. And so that's why it fits him a little bit more. Instead of forcing Mike to say something that Mike would never say, you let Mike do what he does best, and I think that's what you get the best out of Mike. So.
Just wondering, what is the most difficult thing that you had to face or overcome during this whole time filming?
I think the one that the most gut-wrenching thing so far would be when the audience see Alan again in the film. They're gonna love him and they're gonna hate me, just like that. You remember when you seen Gladiator, Joaquin Phoenix versus Russell Crowe, the very first scene. You hated Joaquin Phoenix within 5 minutes, and you love Russell Crowe. It's like that. And it's gut-wrenching because you have to go to a really dark place to play that side, and Alan has to go to a different place to play the opposite of that. So I think that the very opening, when you see it without giving anything away, is that automatically they're gonna love Alan and they're gonna hate me, and I'm okay with that because I've done my job. So I think I think that's the most gut wrenching thing because we took a lot of time to film that scene and it was amazing. It was epic.
Hate is close to love, after all.
Yes, that's my job. That's what we're supposed to do.
Any strong emotion is good. Like, any strong reaction from the audience is what you want.
That's the whole point. I think we do this because of the audience. I mean, they're supposed to love him. He's the protagonist, and anyone else that support the antagonist, you're supposed to hate him. Because if there's no love and hate, there's no conflict. You don't have a movie. What are you really watching? You know, you watch the hero, and you watch the hero goes through all the obstacles, and is he going to accomplish his goal or not? What is he going through? It's almost like a lot of my teachers would say, right? So if I'm sitting here and I'm climbing a window, I'm very capable. You see me, I have muscles and I can. But what if I don't have any legs? Now I just climb with the upper body. Hence the conflict, hence obstacles. Now you want to see if that guy can really, really do it. And that's the difference of making something average and something that's amazing to where you look at it, you're like, wow, how is he going to beat half them? And I think that the producers did a fantastic job of casting everyone that's in the film. And I think they have some more surprises that you guys don't know about. They haven't even told me. So I think you're gonna have to wait till the movie comes out for more surprises. They don't tell us neither. Trust me, we signed NDA, so we can't say. And even if we know, but we don't know because I think they're bringing in more elements as we film. Or even when we leave, they bring in other surprise elements for us. So we don't know probably until we go to the next screening.
Is that a sign that you're doing something special when they give you the
of course.
NDA form to sign?
We always sign the NDA form. Yeah, that's a must.
Yeah.
You sign that NDA before you even get your script. And they have your name on your script. So if you make a copy, you bust it. So,
Okay, so we can't wait to see the film. So it's going to be in cinema at the end of this month or end of August or September?
Kickboxer Retaliation should be in September, I believe.
Right. Okay.
And then this one, I believe, is projected to probably be the same time in 2017. Same time, September.
And then you're back filming the third one next year?
Yes, if they love my performance, so I would love to be back to do the role. But you never know. Sometimes I feel as though the company and the producers and director have to make the best choice for the film. And if it means without me or without other people, then that's part of the business that you have to deal with because it's they have to make sure that it was best for the film. So you can only control what you can do. As a person who plays certain characters, you bring the best of you, and let the audience and everything else, kind of dictate itself for what it is. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're messing up my perfect one take right now.
Yes. Come on.
edit
Do
this
no
part out.
rush whisper.
You notice I frame my stuff up like we're shooting a film, right?
We're checking our contracts while you're talking.
เดี๋ยวก็ใช้